Hello and welcome to Analog Circuit Design Online Lecture Series. Myself Rima Rawal from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication. Now in this session we are going to see the unit Operational Amplifiers, and in this unit today's topic is SHA, that is Sample and Hold Amplifier, and Precision Rectifiers. So let us start today's session. So in the previous session, we have seen the comparators, regenerative comparators or a Schmitt trigger, difference between them. Now in this session, we are going to see the next circuit, which is also important for the op-amp configurations, which is sample and hold circuit using op-amp. Now, as the name suggests, it will sample some value and hold on to that value. So this sample and hold concept is obtained using the op-amp in this. So for that, this circuit diagram is there, which generates the sample and hold condition. So here, two op-amps are used, as you can see. The first amplifier is A1 and the second amplifier is A2. Okay. At the first input amplifier A1, the supply is given to the non-inverting terminal as indicated, and the feedback is directly taken to the inverting terminal. As there are no components included in the feedback, this will act as an input buffer. Here the plus and minus V supplies are indicated. The output of the first stage amplifier A1 is given to the MOSFET. So there is a MOSFET switch which is connected to the control voltage VC. So here the MOSFET will act as a switch for the basic sample and hold circuit, because we want to sample the value and hold on to that value. So when the switch is on, when it is connected to the output amplifier, the sampling of the input is taken, and when it is open or off, that value is holded to that particular output voltage waveforms. So next, output of this switch is given to the positive terminal of the last stage amplifier, that is A2, which is again an output buffer amplifier. So here the two amplifiers which are used are basically buffer only, and the biggest role in this circuit is of MOSFET, which acts as a switch according to the control voltage provided. Here VC is the control voltage value. So in this circuit there are three stages. First stage is input buffer stage, second stage is basic sample and hold stage, and the third stage is the output buffer stage. Okay. Now let us see this circuit diagram which we have seen earlier. According to that, the waveforms of it. So here the first Vin, input waveform, is indicated. Then next is the MOSFET waveform, and then next is the output waveform according to the sample and hold circuit is indicated. Let us understand this. So here the input waveforms projections are taken. Whenever MOSFET switch is on, that is, it has a high pulse, and when it is off, it has the low pulse. That is indicated over here. So whenever MOSFET switch is on, we are taking that TS, that is symbol period T, or as on time. When it is off, we have taken TH, that is hold time, or as off time. So here, as you can see at the output voltage waveform, whenever MOSFET switch is on, it will sample the input waveform. So as you can see, the input voltage is increasing. So here in the sampling instant, it will follow the input waveform. So output will be exactly same to that of input. It will follow that. In the hold state, that level is holded into that particular instant. That means in that case, output will not follow the input signal. Instead, it will hold to that particular level or particular value. Then when again MOSFET switch is on, it will follow the input. So here it will start decreasing. Then it will be again into holding state, and likewise this kind of waveform is generated by the sample and hold circuit. Clear? So the output will respond according to the MOSFET on and off times, and it will follow the input. Okay? Now let us see the next topic, that is precision rectifiers. So what are the precision rectifiers? Till now you have seen the rectifiers which converts AC to DC voltages, but it is not possible to use that conventional rectifier circuit to rectify AC voltages below 0.6 volts, because the minimum voltage required to forward bias a silicon diode is 0.6 volt. If it is not given, then it is not working, and then it cannot provide the rectifier output. So the precision rectifiers will make it possible to rectify the AC input voltages of very small magnitudes, even less than 0.6 volts. So this is very desirable. That means precision rectifiers will give the precision output for the rectifiers. Now let us see the types of precision rectifiers. So there are two types of precision rectifiers: precision half wave rectifier, that is PHWR, and the second one is precision full wave rectifier, that is PFWR. Okay, let us see this in detail. So the first one is precision half wave rectifier. So here this is the circuit diagram of non-inverting type precision half wave rectifier. So in this circuit, as you can see, at the output side diode is connected. Here this diode will act simply as a switch in on and off condition. Here the supply Vin is given to the non-inverting terminal of op-amp, and feedback is given to the inverting terminal. Look at the waveforms in this. Here Vin is indicated having the maximum voltage value Vm. Now when the diode is on, that means whenever the input voltage is higher, to make the diode forward bias, when it is forward bias and it is on, output waveform will be there like this, which is Vm. Whenever it is off, that means the circuit is open, we will have no output, that is 0 output in the region pi to 2 pi region. So in this region output is 0. Again whenever the diode is on in the region 2 pi to 3 pi, it will be according to the input signal, that is the signal like this. So for the diode on and off times, the output is obtained as the supply is given to the non-inverting terminal, we will get the output which is non-inverting as compared to the input. So that's why this is called as non-inverting type precision half wave rectifier, which rectifies for the half wave signals and which gives a non-inverting output. Clear? Now let us see the next one, that is inverting precision half wave rectifier. Here the supply is given to the inverting terminal and two diodes are used. One diode in the feedback, that is D1, and the diode D2 at the output side. And here the non-inverting terminal is connected to ground. Here RF is the feedback resistance and RL is the load resistance. So whenever the input voltage is higher, there is negative supply will be given. The diode D2 will be off and D1 will be on. So vice versa, D1 will be on and off according to the supply voltage values. And as it is inverting type, the output is inverted to that of input, that is 180 degree phase shifted output. So here as you can see, the input voltage waveform is indicated and according to that the output voltage is indicated. As you can see, in the interval 0 to pi, that means in this interval, the output is 0 because diode D2 will be off, there will be no output. The circuit will be open. In the region pi to 2 pi, the circuit will be closed and D2 is on, which will give the output Vm. But for the inverting case, the output is, that means the negative half cycle, output is in the positive half cycle, having the maximum voltage value Vm. And same way in the after instant, that is diode is off, output is 0. This is how the inverting precision half wave rectifier works. Now, let us see precision full wave rectifiers. Till now we have seen the half wave rectifier, that means it operates for the half cycle only. Now, if we want the full wave rectification, this is the circuit diagram for precision full wave rectifiers. So, in this, two amplifier sets are used, A1 and A2. Here the supply is given to the negative terminal, that's why this will act as an inverting precision full wave rectifier, that is PFWR. Now, here at the output of the stage 1 A1 amplifier, two diodes are connected, D1 and D2. Back-to-back connection is there. At a single time, only one diode will be on and the other will be off. So, vice versa operation is done to obtain the full wave rectifier output. Now, let us see how it works. So, here the input waveform is indicated. Whenever in the region 0 to pi, V1 is on, D2 will be off. So, that will give the output Vm through diode D1. In this instant pi to 2 pi, that is a negative half cycle of the input, diode D1 will be off and D2 will be on. So, the output is generated through diode D2, which is at the inverting input, so that will give the 180 degree phase shifted output for the negative half cycle, and same procedure repeats after that instances. Here VO, that is output voltage, is given as 3 by 2 into 2 by 3 of minus V. So this will be the VO equals to minus V according to the cases. So this was all about the concept of full wave rectifier and half wave rectifier, which are precision full wave rectifier and precision half wave rectifier. Okay, this operates on the position of the diodes used at the output or in the feedback. So remember the diode positions and directions to make diode on and off or circuit open and closed to get the desired rectified output. Alright. In the input terminal, if it is inverting terminal, input given, output will be 180 degree phase shifted signal to that of input. And if the input is given to non-inverting terminal, output will be in phase with the input signal. These are the references. Thank you. Thank you for listening and thanks for watching.